Hello everyone. Today I want to tell you about a documentary that we were in. I believe it was March of 2011. We were told that we were going to be having a journalist, a freelance journalist that was going to come and be embedded with us. At first, all of us were like, oh great, some CNN turd going to come spend some time with us, you know, and had really no idea what to expect. But the time came. He arrived. I wish I could remember his age, but I want to say he was approximately 22, 23 years old at the time. So pretty young. He got there and introduced himself, and I'm sure I could tell you his name. His name was Harry Santa, and he's originally from Australia. And he was coming to us from, I believe, the Korengal Valley. He spent some time with the unit up there right before. He had watched medevac units do some work coming in and out, picking up guys in there. And he was impressed, and he thought, man, I'm going to go spend some time with these guys. So, like I said, he came up to Shank, I believe it was around maybe early March. Time frame right before spring really got kicked off. It's probably still snow on the ground. So come spend some time with us, and probably a week or two flying with us. He would go with us on every mission. He had a radio. Although at that time there wasn't a lot of missions going on. It was kind of quiet, and I don't think he was necessarily getting or I know he wasn't getting what he originally thought he wanted to get, you know, some action, whatever else with us, you know. It was kind of quiet, but sure enough, shortly after he got there, a week or so, 2 weeks, the killing season started. And what I mean by the killing season, those that were over there, they know what I'm talking about. As soon as the mountains passes start opening up, everything starts thawing. All the bad guys start coming back from their home country of Pakistan and come back to start killing again. So everything started picking up again, and then he was getting everything that he was looking for. And like I said, he was 100% dedicated. Had a radio 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It didn't matter. He would get up and he would run to the aircraft just like us. He had his gear pre-positioned in the aircraft, and he would go with us, and he would sit in the back. He would take still photos. He would take video of everything. And there were probably a couple missions that were pretty rough, and pretty much I think he got what he wanted and more. We weren't 100% sure what the plan was for what he was getting. He would do individual interviews with us on the side, and I don't think he really knew 100% what he wanted to do with it at the time. I think he probably just wanted to share it with news outlets, sell it to news outlets, whatever, different pictures, videos, whatever. And I forget how many weeks he stayed with us, 6, 8 weeks, something like that, and he got a lot of footage. He got a lot of time with us, and we became really good friends with Harry, and he became part of our family. He was a great guy, and I believe Syria was just kicking off at that time, and he had talked about, I want to say his birthday was coming up. He was just getting ready to turn 23 or 24. I don't remember how old he was, but he talked about going to Syria to cover that, and that was kind of really the last thing we had heard. And he left. And like I said, this was 2011, and nobody had heard from him for a few years. And a few of us that got together, talked to each other, whatever, his name came up, and we all thought he was dead. You know, we thought he went to Syria and just didn't make it. You know, we heard about journalists getting killed and everything else. And then all of a sudden, in 2014, I believe it was like late summer, early fall, 2014, I was driving home from work, and I got a phone call, and it was a New York City phone number. Came across on my screen in my truck, and typically I wouldn't even answer a call like that, but I don't know, for some reason, something told me to answer the phone. So I answered it, and there he was. Harry was on the other end. It was awesome. I mean, it was just a reunion for a couple minutes, talking to him, and just told him, like, dude, we thought you were dead. And so he told me what his plan was, and he asked if he could come spend some time with us being my family. And I was like, of course, man, you can come spend some time with us anytime you want. So I guess what happened was, shortly after he left Afghanistan, he put together a lot of the footage that he had with us and made like a little trailer. And I might be just guessing when I say this, but I know he posted it on YouTube, I believe. And after he left us, he actually ended up going down to the Helmand province in southern Afghanistan and spent some time with the Marines down there and saw a lot of bad things down there. And he left there and went back to Australia. And I think he kind of was in kind of out of sorts for a while. And he had already posted this trailer, and I believe some guys got a hold of it out of New York City and basically located him, found him, and told him, like, you need to finish this. So that's when it came to him calling me, and along with 5-6 others, you know, asking the same questions. Hey, can I come spend some time with you? Interview you, get some video, still shots, this and that. Like, sure, man. So he came up in fall of 14 and spent some time with my wife and I. He pretty much lived at our house for 5 to 7 days. I forget how long it was, but of course we did a lot of catching up, a lot of drinking, had a great time, and I was mic'd up the whole time. And just, he got a lot of footage of interview, talking, just hanging out, just telling stories. And then he left, and he went to go spend some time with 5 others throughout the country and did the same thing. And about a year later, reached out to us again and asked the same question, if he could come spend some time with us again. So he did, and got some more footage, and this would have been probably fall of 15. And so eventually ended up putting this all together, and it was back. There was actually a GoFundMe, I believe, to raise 30 grand to make this documentary. And eventually in 2018, this feature film, this feature documentary was released. Actually, it was released right here in Albany. They asked me if I could find a location and called all kinds of local theaters. Unfortunately, there was a couple that wanted nothing to do with it, which I thought they would. But ended up going to the Madison here in Albany. And I'm still grateful to this day. And I like them because of that, what they did. And they did the premiere at the Madison. And it was pretty awesome. Myself and another guy in the video were able to attend because he is, or in the documentary, he's somewhat local, about 3 hours or so from here. So he came down to the premiere as well. And I believe it was probably 2019. They actually put this documentary into the Stony Brook Film Festival, and they accepted it. So they did a viewing down there, and they asked myself and this other gentleman to come down and do Q&A, red carpet. It was pretty awesome. So I just wanted to tell you guys, you know, to check this out. This documentary came out 6 years ago. And also, so you know, I don't make any money from that video or that documentary at all. And nor do I really want to. I just want, all of us just basically want the message that in the stories told that we did in that documentary. A lot of you watching this video right now have probably already seen it, like friends and family that have already seen it, but a lot of you haven't. So If you get a chance, check it out. Put links in the bottom. It's a 90-minute documentary. So I encourage you to take the time. I believe it's $9.99. Like I said, I don't make any money from this, but it's on Amazon and I believe iTunes as well. Take a look. Post links. Let me know what you think. Share it with your friends and family, and just get it out there. You know, just we'd like to hear, you know, what people think of it. And unfortunately, there were a few film festivals that wanted nothing to do with it. Sundance. They said nobody wanted to hear stories like that anymore. So, whatever. But anyway, it's a great film. They did a phenomenal job. Please check it out. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.